y'all learn about fall?
Turkeys.
Turkeys? When do you eat turkey?
Corn.
Corn.
On Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving.
Squash. Turkey.
So what kind of people did y'all learn about? That have
Indians and Pilgrims.
And what was that one Indian's name?
Squanto.
Good job, Sonia. Good job.
Why do they have a toe in the left?
Listen. So this is a book that we're going to read, and it's called Let's Celebrate Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving isn't tomorrow, but it's the next day, right? It's Thursday. So today's Tuesday, and then what comes after Tuesday? Wednesday.
Friday.
And then Thursday. Sit on your bottom. Okay, it's called Let's Celebrate Thanksgiving, and it's by Peter and Connie Roop, and illustrated by Gwen Connolly. Let's celebrate Thanksgiving. It says, you sleep late. There is no school today. Delicious aromas fill the house. What's aromas? Aromas are like smells. Like you can smell the food. You hurry to the kitchen for a pumpkin cookie, still warm from baking. You watch a parade or football game on television. What day is it? Thanksgiving. When was the first Thanksgiving? Sit on your bottom, please. Native Americans held Thanksgiving feasts and harvest festivals before the Pilgrims landed. The Iroquois rejoiced during their green corn dance celebration. Yeah, they were dancing and celebrating. Other Indian tribes gave thanks for bountiful harvests of pumpkins, berries, corn, beans, and squash. The first European Thanksgiving in North America was celebrated in 1580. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? Let's see. The second was in Maine in 1607. And the third was in Virginia in 1618. That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yes. But when I was a baby, I had no hair.
Okay.
What does a long time ago mean?
It means that it was way before you were born, and your mommy, and your grandmommy,
And your daddy.
before everybody. Yeah. Okay, it says, who were the Pilgrims? In the early 1600s, in England, King James I did not allow any religion but his own. And people who practiced different religions were put in jail. Oh my goodness. One group of people who were called the separatists because they wanted to separate from the official church ship. There were no stores in America where they could buy food, clothes, guns, axes, or other supplies. They filled every space with tools, dried food, clothes, furniture, seeds for planting crops, and other necessary items. The Mayflower set sail for Plymouth, England in August 1620. It went right back because the seas were too rough. Shh, listen, guys, listen. Hands to yourself, please. When the Mayflower set sail again, storms tossed the tiny ship about like a toy. Many pilgrims got sick, and a lot of them were homesick, so they missed their mommies and their daddies.
And they died sometimes.
Yeah, they got sick.
Some of them.
The Mayflower was small and crowded. The pilgrims slept on the decks and three to a bed. However, it was not all bad. Families prayed, played, and talked together. Even a baby was born during the voyage. A mommy had her baby on the ship.
My mommy got cashed out. Quit it, Eli.
Shh, listen. After 66 days, the
Whoa.
pilgrims finally reached the wild shores of America. It took them several more weeks to find a place with fresh water for cooking and plenty of trees for building homes. The pilgrims decided to name their new settlement Plymouth because that was the name of the town from which they had sailed. So that's where they came from.
Where we live. Yeah. I live in.
Keep your hands to yourself. Okay.
I live in.
Were the Indians at the first Thanksgiving? The pilgrims did not know how to survive very well in the cold, wet New England climate. The Indians showed the pilgrims how to build good shelters to keep out the winter winds. They taught the pilgrims how to plant corn in little mounds with 3 fish for fertilizer. The Indians helped the pilgrims trap rabbits and turkeys for food.
Actually,
A second, okay? They taught, they taught the pilgrims how to slip silently through the woods when hunting deer or bear.
There's Thomas.
Listen.
Ashley.
Is it about the book?
No.
Okay, tell me after, okay? Without the Indians' help, the first pilgrims might never have survived to celebrate Thanksgiving. In thanks, the pilgrims invited the Indians to share their bounty. So their bounty means their food and all the stuff that they were going to be eating. However, they were surprised when 91 Indians showed up. So the pilgrims were going to have this big old party because they found somewhere to stay. A feast. Good.
Ashley. The pilgrims and the Indians had a feast for 3 days.
They did. Okay. What did the pilgrims wear? In many pictures of the pilgrims, we see them dressed in dull black and white clothes with big silver buckles. That is not true. The pilgrims liked bright clothes of red and green, purple, yellow, and white. The women and girls usually wore skirts, jackets, and aprons. Their favorite colors were red, blue, purple, and green. The men and older boys wore pants that went to their knees, long shirts, and vests. Boys younger than 6 years of age wore dresses. Neither women nor men wore buckles on their hats or belts. Buckles were not used until much later. Buckles, like a belt, right?
Yes. Like buckles that you see out in the car. Sometimes my mommy gets tired while we were playing, so she puts this buckle around her tummy and she can play with me.
Okay, look. Why is Thanksgiving in November? So what month are we in? November. We are not certain when the pilgrims helped since 1941, it has been an official public holiday. Yes, Basil?
Actually, my dad has the new perch.
He does.
Actually, one time when I was a baby, one time when before we came to Lubbock, we were all born, and even you were born, and even everyone else, and Eli, and Colby, and Ariana, and Braylee, and Clara, and Hamza, and Hyde, and Miles, and Kinsey, and Sergio, and Olivia, and Basil, and Jaime, and I already said her.
So what happened? Before everybody was born, what would
And
happen?
Zachariah, and the Pilgrims, and
The Pilgrims came, right? Okay, listen, we have one more page. Listen, hold on in a second. We have one more page, okay? Listen, guys.
And even there's nothing to build, so because all the pilgrims builded it for us.
They did. Good job, Violet. Okay, 1 second. We're going to read this last page, okay? It says, do other people celebrate Thanksgiving? The United States and Canada both celebrate Thanksgiving, but in Canada, the holiday is in October. Many other countries have their own special Thanksgiving celebrations called harvest festivals.
Harvest festival.
Yeah.
Like a carnival.
Yeah. There are 2 Jewish harvest festivals. Thank you. There are 2 Jewish harvest festivals. Hi. Hi.
Hello.
What are y'all doing?
Oh, you're gonna measure window.
Oh, okay.
You doing all right?
Yeah,
Haven't seen you
good.
in a long time.
I know.
You teaching there?
Yeah, I'm student teaching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Go ahead.
Okay.
Interrupt you.
No, you're fine. Let's see. The Japanese have a lantern festival to celebrate the ripening of the rice crop. Kwanzaa is a word that means first fruits. This African American festival was started in 1966 as a way for people to remember their African